Okay, hello everybody. We are making the Saddle Up Salisbury steak today. Um, First we gotta create the patties. So in here I have I think it's a fourth, yep, it's a fourth of a cup of panko crumbs. And it says I gotta add all my patty ingredients into a large bowl. So we're gonna add the ground beef. Ground beef in the bowl. And then we have to add, I guess, our seasonings. This is a mix. I mixed it all together. It is a half a teaspoon of dried thyme, a half a teaspoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of salt, a fourth of a teaspoon of cayenne, a teaspoon of ground cumin, a tablespoon of ground mustard, shoot. Okay, yeah. That's all of our seasonings. And then we need an egg. Eggy. If I can get it. There it goes. Okay, let's try not to get the shell in this. Please. Yes, I don't think we got a shell in it. Yay! Okay, so we got our egg. And then we're going to need a tablespoon of ketchup. So just one moment while I rinse my hands. We are going to get a tablespoon of ketchup. And this is going to be the only time we use the ketchup. So, oh shoot, I got to fully open the ketchup. It's new ketchup. Okay, let's try to, dang nails. I don't even got that long of nails, so I don't know why I'm having an issue. Yeah, we've not been on in a couple of days. It is because I have been sick. I'm actually still sick. We probably should have done a soup recipe, but my voice is at least working, so I got that going for me. Using my mouth to get the ketchup thingy off because that was the only thing that was gonna work. Put the ketchup lid back on, and then we can squish the ketchup in. Bronchitis is a bitch. Yes, it is, and I still feel like I'm getting bronchitis. I better not get it because that shit sucks. But we got our tablespoon of ketchup. Well, it's a little bit more than a tablespoon, but that's our little secret. Okay, and rinse our little spoon off. We're going to use it again in a little bit. We don't want any ketchup on it when we're using it for the gravy. Okay, we'll move our ketchup aside because that's the only time we're going to be using that. And then we need a teaspoon of Worcestershire, which luckily we still had some in the refrigerator. Not a lot, but enough for this recipe. So, teaspoon of Worcestershire. There we go. And that is it. So now we gotta form 5 patties. 5 seems like an odd number to me. Like, normally when you make food, doesn't it like tell you to make like an even amount of things? But whatever. This recipe says to make only 5, so we're making 5. So next we are doing a little squishy squish with the meat and the panko until it's all mixed together. Lovely raw meat. And that's a bit more, that's 2 tablespoons. Oh well. It's just a little bit more. It won't hurt. Okay, get this all good and mixed. I think we got it mixed good enough. Now we can start prepping our patties. I think we need a little bit more than that. So we're going to take some meat and prep us some patties. Here's one patty. My chat's gone, Shug. I also can't see my screen preview. It says we're offline. And yeah, yes, I did enjoy the rest of the show. It left me wanting more, though. We're definitely not offline. Well, it's weird. I can't see my hands what I'm doing. So here's to hoping that I'm actually online. Gonna refresh it, see if it'll get to showing my hands. Yeah, because I cannot see it at all. My accent's coming out because I'm sick. I either sound like a bitch when I'm sick or my accent comes out. There's no in between. Okay, that's 2. Porque no lo sto... Oh, God, you made me pronounce Spanish. I suck at pronouncing Spanish. But I know that means why not both. I just suck at pronouncing it. I at least know that much. Yeah, my screen should be visible. I'm making little patties, so here I'll show you what one of the little patties looks like. Gotta make 5 of them. I might end up taking some of this meat and adding it to some of the patties if I end up with a little extra meat. 5 patties just seems a little bit like an odd number because it is in fact a odd number to make, in my opinion. Okay, let's get this patty. We got 4. Oh, good God. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to add some to these. We'll make the 5th, and then we'll just take the rest of the meat and kind of incorporate it. And, I mean, it's better than, like, 7 patties or something stupid like that. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess. I don't know, I just think food should be made in, like, even amounts, unless if you have, like, 5 people that you're feeding. God damn, my accent's coming out bad. It's because I ain't feeling good. I instinctively, like, hide my accent. Don't worry, you'll eat the rest. You know how I am with Salisbury steak. And we might end up eating it just over the weekend, too. Might as well not buy any more food. Okay, let's go ahead and keep on adding some of this meat in. Yeah, part of the reason, most of my accent, I usually end up covering it up because I got teased for it when I was younger. And sometimes I can't cover it up, but sometimes I instinctually cover it up. It's weird. So if you hear me sometimes with an accent, don't worry, yeah, my husband teases me for it, but hey, it's just something I have. I occasionally, it comes out. Most of the time I hide it, because at this point, it's like instinctual to hide it. So like, I can't even control when I'm hiding it. It's weird, I don't know. Things that being teased as a child makes you do. Okay, and then we got a little bit more meat, so I'm going to have to separate and add just a little bit more to each patty. We got 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And we're going to get these little bits in there. And then we're going to have to add the oil. It told me to add the oil. And they told me to use such a little amount of oil. I know these are going to stick if I don't use the amount of oil that I should be. If that makes any dang sense. I don't know if that makes any dang sense. They're like, use a tablespoon of canola oil. Yeah, that shit's going to make it stick to the pan. Well, no, maybe not with the meat. Actually, okay, maybe then, but I think for the gravy I'm going to need a bit more than it says. Okay. Trying to make sure this is all really good and packed because we don't want our patties falling apart in the pan. Nobody wants that. Yeah, I just remember ground beef has like its own oils in it and stuff. And considering how much broth goes in the gravy, you're not sure it will? Okay, I guess we'll find out. We'll try it with the amount of oil it says. But okay, so we got our patties. So next we got to heat up our skillet over medium-high heat. So we're gonna turn that on. I'm gonna wash my hands. Probably should wash my hands before I touch the dial. Dang it. Okay. Let's wash my hands. Getting some of that ground beef off. And we're going to get that oil heated up. So I had this. If you're wondering what's in the oil, there's a little bit of seasoning in the oil because it was attached to the spoon when I poured the oil in the spoon to separate it. So if you see anything that looks dirty in there, it's seasonings. But here we go. Let's heat that oil up. Probably not like we really needed that with it being ground beef, but whatever, I'll try to. It ain't even spreading around the pan. That's just like a crazy little amount of oil in my opinion. But whatever. Okay, so we're gonna get this heated up, put our meat patties on there, and it says to cook them for about 2 minutes on each side. They're still going to be raw in the middle, apparently. Why do I need them to be raw in the middle? Oh, okay, I put them back in the gravy. Okay. I'm still worried about the ending to the show, worried they're going to canonize endings again. I mean, I could see them possibly not canonizing it if they maybe made multiple shows with different endings to demonstrate how in the games you can, change things around. Where you can make your choice and make the game however you want it to be. Because Fallout has a lot of freedom. Yeah, the gravy has to cook through the meat. Oh, okay, I got it. Okay, Oh God, my throat is killing me. God. Whew, I got that weird scratchy feeling in the back of my throat. It don't feel too nice. Okay, let's see. Is this almost done? I'm gonna get my little timer. My cute little timer that barely freaking works, but it'll work good enough to give a general idea of how long things are gonna be cooked. And I guess I'm gonna have to do this because I ain't gonna be able to fit all the patties in this pan. So we're just. Can I put the patties back in this bowl after they're cooked? Because they're still going to be partially raw and it's going back in anyways? No? So I have to stick them on something else? Okay. Let me grab this cutting board. All I did was cut corn on it, so we will set it on this cutting board. And I think we got our pan nice and hot. Let's go ahead and put our little patties on there. I think I can probably do 3 at a time. Yeah, I can do 3. So we are putting 3 into our pan. Here's our pan. It's sizzling a little bit, but it'll start sizzling more in a minute. Let's grab me a spatula too. Give it a little squishy squish in the pan. And oh, that needs to heat up a little bit more. We'll leave that on there before I start turning that 2-minute timer on. But let's see here. I can hear it sizzling a little bit. wonder if there's anything I can do while we're waiting for it to cook. I guess we can't. I remember in the first apartment when we used to eat the family-size Salisbury steak because, you know, poor. Yeah, we did have to do that a lot. God, I made a lot of crazy stuff. I remember I used to make lime spaghetti. You remember that? Where it was just lime juice, spaghetti, onion powder, and garlic powder, and salt and pepper. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was weird. It was a really weird dish to make, but it was good. I would give it that. I would actually eat it again. I think the worst off I ever was, though, was when I was living with my ex and his friends, and I mean, you made that freak dessert pasta recently, though. Yeah, that was out of desperation, because we didn't have much in the house, and I wanted something sweet, because I try to avoid keeping sweets in the house, because I don't want to get fat. But, yeah, that was spaghetti and butter and cinnamon and sugar. It was pretty good, but, the worst thing I ever did as far as food was, I was living with my ex and we had roommates. And we had only, one pack of ramen, and everyone started fighting over this pack of ramen. And finally I was like, fuck it. No, we ain't fighting over this. I mixed it with ramen, taco sauce, ranch, and refried beans. And we ate that. And we thought it was delicious too. That's the worst part. We thought it was the yummiest thing. It was probably disgusting. Yeah, that's real poor people food. Yeah, I really wasn't doing well financially back then. Back then it was like, oh yeah, let's go for a bike ride to the drive-thrus. And then we would go through the drive-thrus and we would pick up change that was dropped on the ground outside of the drive-thru windows. Oh, the things I used to do. Oh well. And poor people, food, starving, possibly pot. Yeah, there was pot involved. There was pot involved. I don't like smoking pot nowadays, though. Nothing against other people that do it. I don't do well. I go into like full psychosis when I smoke pot. So I don't smoke pot. Okay. So we have about, I'd say a few more seconds before we flip these bad boys. And bad trips are never fun. No, in fact, they are not. Okay. At least we only got 2 batches of these. Let's see. We're gonna make the gravy. Oh, by the way, if y'all decide to make this, good luck finding oyster mushrooms. You can't just find an oyster mushroom at the dang grocery store. You can't. And I mean, I have an addictive personality which causes a lot of issues. Miss receipt papers, cigarettes. Oh God. Yeah, that was when I was smoking cigarettes. Yeah, I picked up like cigarette butts off the ground and I'd re-roll them in receipt paper. That's the most ghetto thing I think I've ever done in my life. Yeah, that habit's dead and gone. I don't even like cigarettes anymore. I do vape though. So I've just kind of replaced it with another bad habit. But it might be a healthier bad habit. I don't know. It might be healthier. It might not be. I really don't know if it's healthy or not. I don't know. Okay, we're going to flip these dang patties. I'll show you what the flip side looks like. Oh, dang, I wonder if my accent's going to go away. Damn, it's bad today. Okay. Here we go. This is what the patties look like. I don't know if it's going to show it to y'all. Ah, there we go. Yep, you get to see it. So let's turn on that 2-minute timer. And eventually I'll stop that too. It's not the coils put metal into your lung. Oh. Okay. Well. Oh well. Everyone makes unhealthy choices in life, is my opinion on it. Life does kill everyone. Nobody lives forever. Nobody gets out alive. Yep. Okay. So, what was your favorite part of the show, hon? Squish these patties a little. Get them good squishy squish. Actually, I might not need the canola oil. I just realized I could just use the... You like pretty muchly anytime the ghoul went bug fuck insane on people, but mainly the part where he names dog meat dog meat. Oh, that was cute. I think I loved seeing life inside the vaults. I don't know why I loved that. I loved all the scenes inside the vaults. It was just so interesting seeing how everyone lived inside the vault. Okay, we got about 2 more minutes. Or a few more. Vault 4 and the axolotl version of gulpers were fucking weird to be, what the fuck is TBF? To be fair. I've never seen that. I've seen To Be Honest, which is TBH, but I haven't seen TBF. I think my least favorite part was the part where that poor dog, the puppy that they threw in the fucking incinerator, episode 2. It was like a little newborn puppy. I was like, no, not the little newborn puppy, no. Okay, I think maybe we're done with this round of patties. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. So we're going to get these out and put the other ones in. And should I clean the grease out of the pan, Shug? Before I start making the gravy? Or should I cook with the ground beef? It doesn't say to clean the pan. So I don't know if they want me to do the pan clean. Apparently he didn't weigh much. He was supposed to burn dog meat too, but he couldn't bring himself to do it. And no, it'll give the gravy extra flavor. Okay. So let's turn this 2-minute timer for this one. Even though with my little timer, we're doing a guesstimate with it. It's just a guesstimate. I got an apple pie in the oven. One of those little frozen ones. And because we're going to have it with this, because we're going the full TV dinner route. Apple dessert with the Salisbury steak, peas, and corn. Because Kellogg mentioned the TV dinner having apple cobbler in it. We could not find frozen apple cobbler, so we were just like, fuck it, apple pie then. But my dog is laying in front of the oven because he likes the heat. Okay, squish these little patties some. Getting good and done. Also, I'm not sure if we have the right amounts of each mushroom. but we're just going to guess that we do. Because we could not find oyster mushrooms. Sure, they had shiitake mushrooms, but like we could not find oyster mushrooms except in this like fancy party mix. And the word is hope. Yeah, because we couldn't really count how many. It says 1 large king oyster mushroom slice and 5 shiitake mushrooms. Well, we couldn't find the damn oyster mushrooms at the grocery store that weren't already sliced. So that's what we're working in this like pack. We had to like remove the other mushrooms out. So we're just hoping we got enough mushroom in there. And the right type. I don't know where the woman who wrote this cookbook is getting her oyster mushrooms from, but she needs to like put that in the cookbook because I don't know where the fuck to get that shit. And I think I'm gonna flip my little patties. Let's see here. Yeah, that looks good. There we go. Flippity flip. Flippity flip the patties. Okay, 2 minutes. She's some hipster from Seattle or something, so probably a World Market. Does World Market even have fresh produce? The ones around here don't. Well, not near us, but you know, in town. Yes? Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't been to a World Market in forever. They have some good stuff in there. Okay, let's do a little swishy swish on our patties. Let those cook up. West Coast World Markets are comparable to an upper-class Kroger. Oh, that sounds fancy. Sounds really fancy. Okay, just a few more minutes on our patties. Or minute. Because we just got to do 2 minutes on each side. And then we got to get the canola oil, the yellow onion, the oyster mushrooms, all that in the pan. Oh, goodness. Sorry for coughing. Like I mentioned before, I'm sick. I'm going to put this in the sink and get it out of the way. Cerberus, can you please move, Bubby? I know, you love the oven. I know, baby. I know, you haven't had your heater in a few days. My dog is obsessed with laying in front of heaters, ovens, anything warm. And the weather outside's warmer, so we haven't been turning his heater on for him, so I think he's been missing it. He loves laying in front of that stuff. Cerberus, go lay down. Somewhere else, baby. You don't need to be in the kitchen, baby doll. He's sniffing the air. He smells that beef cooking. You're smelling that beef cooking. Say yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, let's split this. Okay, I need to cook that side just a little bit more. And I'm going to flip it and cook the reverse side just a little bit more. I don't think I cooked it enough on the other side. Got to make sure we cook both sides enough, right? God damn, my sinuses are bad. Feeling like I can't breathe. Don't worry, it'll cook in the gravy. Did they shrink enough to get them all in at once? I think maybe. Yeah, I think they did. I think so. They did shrink a decent bit. This one didn't, but oh well. Yeah, I think that, yeah, it looks good. I'll take these bad boys out. Yeah, and they shrank. So there's 2 more. And I ain't even going to put the canola oil in. There's enough beef oil from the beef to cook this. I ain't even adding the canola oil. Screw that. We're going to add the onion, oyster mushrooms, and shiitake. So we got our onion. This is half of a medium yellow onion sliced. And then we got our mushrooms. It's supposed to be one large king oyster mushroom slice with 5 shiitake mushrooms stemmed and sliced. Yeah, that ain't fucking happening because we couldn't find the mushrooms, so we're just hoping for the best. Maybe this is the amount of mushrooms. We're gonna put that in. There we go. Mushrooms in the thing. And then we need to saute it for about 3 minutes. Turn our little thingy on, get this stuff to shrink and saute some. And here's what it looks like in the pan. Pretty veggies. I don't know if it's gonna, I guess it showed it. Guessing it showed it. There's a bit of a lag. Is mushroom a vegetable? No, it's a fungus. Mushroom ain't a vegetable, it's a fungus. Mushroom is in fact a fungus. Okay, get these good and sauteed and down. I'm gonna try not stirring it. I have a bad habit of wanting to stir my food too much, and you're not supposed to like continually stir it. You gotta let it cook some. I always forget that because I just want to stir it the whole time. And okay, yeah, but mushrooms are a fungus, not a vegetable. Which is kind of weird when you think about that I'm the one who said it. Said what? That mushrooms are a fungus? I said it was a vegetable? Oh, well, I just said the vegetable. Okay, whatever. I guess I did accidentally say that. Oh, fucking well. Oh, fucking well. You gotta tease me when I say one thing wrong. Okay. Guess we wouldn't be married if you didn't tease me when I made one little mistake. Okay. Our peas and corn are looking really good. I'm gonna have to get us some plates and stuff. Okay, let's see here. Give it a little stirry stir. Oh shit, one of my onions fell out. Oopsies. Oh well. Got it back in. Okay, there we go. Getting good and sauteed. And that was definitely not my first mistake of the day. My first mistake was Falcon punching you in your ribs. Yes. I'm sorry. I was in bed and I was all curled up in my blanket and I wanted it to be a little tighter. So I took the blanket and wrapped it around me more. And I accidentally punched him when I did that. Oopsies. Okay, I think we got just a little bit longer because I want it to be a little bit more cooked than this, but this is what we're going with now. Bottom of the pan's black, but that'll go away when I put the juice in, but because that always ends up coming loose. Isn't that called browning of the pan? And yeah, you have a bruise? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hit you. Oh, good God. My accent's getting worse and worse the more I talk because it's getting harder to talk because of my dang... I'm just going to sound really messed up. Oh, good God, what was that sound? Good God. Did y'all hear my voice do that weird cracking thing? God damn. Wait until you rewatch the stream. You'll wanna or is it that bad? I'm sick. I can't help it. I have to talk however I can. Okay. sauteed enough. Okay, so we're gonna add 1.5 cups of the beef broth. And we got that. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to cover this too. And my accent is really bad. Oh, good God. Well, you always say it's cute at least. At least you like it. Next, let's go for 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard. So we got a little teaspoon here. Put the Dijon in, I guess that's a teaspoon. So 1. And then a 2. And then we need our tarragon, which, by the way, it cost $8 for tarragon. I'm mad about that. It should not have been that expensive. That's fucking ridiculous. Oh shit, I accidentally dropped some of it out. Oh well, I accidentally splashed some of it out. I'll grab a rag and I gotta cover this, so I will be right back. Where is my cover? Here it is. Got it. Vixie, quit acting like you're gonna get some. You ain't gonna get none. You ain't gonna get none of this. Ah, Cerberus, you too. You hound dogs, get away from there. Okay, let's go ahead and let's give this a little. God damn. Okay. Okay, we got that done. Okay, we got that cleaned up just a little. Let's get these out of the way. Don't need that anymore. And we're gonna let that cover. And do I need to simmer it? No, it just says to cover and cook over medium-high heat. Okay, I would have brought it to a boil and brought it to a low, but whatever the recipe says, I'll follow like a good noodle. Oh. Whew. It's probably so it reduces and thickens. Yeah, but usually when I reduce and thicken something, I bring it to a boil and then put it on a low. I don't know why that seems to work better for me. But we'll do it the way it says. You're gonna force me to watch this later. Well, I can't help it. I swear, I'm like in the process of losing my voice. Like my throat feels like fucking itchy. It sucks. And like it's the only way I can talk without my voice sounding like horrible. Like if I try to talk normal right now, it feels like it's gonna fucking. Oh God. It just feels all scratchy. Like I'm probably not gonna want to have a second stream. Yeah, I might not. I was excited to play because I haven't played in a bit, especially since what we decided to do is he's gonna pick out a quest for me to do, or several, and I get to do the quests that he picks out because I was running out of shit to do in Fallout. I mean, it's not like I didn't have stuff to do. I just, kind of had issues figuring out what to do. So he's going to decide for me because I'm in indecisive shit. So he's going to help me out with it. And right here what I'm stirring is a slurry. It's going to go in there in just a few. And our pie is done. Pie time. Ooh, it looks beautiful. I'm going to get this out and set it aside. And then I can turn the oven off so that way the dogs stop. There we go. That's a beautiful looking apple pie. Because I'm assuming that it had an apple pie in the fucking frozen dinner. That is just an assumption I'm making. Not saying that it's necessarily a perfect show pie. Okay. Yeah, it does look pretty. Here, I'll grab these little bits. Here is our pie. It's just a frozen one from Sara Lee. We did not fuck up like, wasn't her name Sharon Weiss? The woman on Facebook that got roasted for fucking burning her pie? Like, surely everyone's seen that meme. And you think it was? Yeah, I think it was Sharon Weiss. That's funny. I can actually possibly might be remembering her name. If you just look up like Sharon Weiss, I bet you could find it. It is the funniest shit where all the memes because she burnt the fuck out of her pie and blamed Marie Callender. I thought that was the funniest thing. But in this little small bowl, I have a little bit of the, I have a half a cup of beef broth and I have 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and I'm stirring it to keep it from, you know, becoming an issue. Oh, Shannon's pie. Yeah, Shannon, I know, I swear it was Shannon Weiss. I don't know why I remembered her last name all of a sudden. But God, everyone roasted that woman. That was fucking hilarious. Sharon, what? Sharon West? I thought it was, wait, is West? That's West? Is that how you say it, West? Or West? Weiss or West? I don't fucking know. I don't know how to pronounce shit. Okay. Well, we are... That's how you spell Weiss. I think that's how it was spelled. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, it was fucking hilarious, though. Everyone just making fun of her, all the memes. That's one of my favorite meme things. Oh, god damn, that thing's getting a little hot. Let's give this a little stirry stir. Not really looking like gravy, but it is in fact thickening. So it has that going for it. Whew, we might be just doing a cooking stream. God, I need you to get you in a phonics class, you hillbilly plant. Oh, ha ha ha. Okay, we got just a little bit longer to go, I guess. I'm gonna give it just like another minute, just because I want to make sure those veggies are really good and done before putting the cornstarch, and then I gotta whisk it together until the gravy thickens slightly. I just want it to get a little thicker. I know it's gonna thicken when we put the slurry in, but it's a little more cooking never hurt, more flavor that way. Wait, what do you mean? Cooking never hurt, more flavor that... Are you referencing something? Oh my god. Or did you mean the streaming, or I don't know. Oh good god. I feel like I'm fighting for my life with my sinuses. No, the onion and the mushroom and no dork, the longer it boils at a lower heat, the more it constricts its flavor. Oh, okay, so it ain't gonna be, I usually do things a little bit longer than this anyway. Besides, it doesn't seem like, I know it's gonna thicken up a little bit when I add the other stuff, but I want it to be really thick. Thick gravy. Thick gravy's the best. In just a minute, I'm going to be stepping away to grab some plates so we can plate our corn and our peas and all that and our pie. And the reason why I'm assuming it has pie is because Kellogg said that he was eating a TV dinner. And, well, it wasn't pie, but it was apple cobbler. And I was like, yeah, we're adding apple pie because they didn't have frozen cobbler. at the store. And I wasn't baking a fucking handmade cobbler along with this. Cobbler is basically just inside out pie. Yeah, it really is. It really is. Oh, goodness. Okay. So we have, I guess, just a few more minutes before I stick. I guess I'll start putting the slurry in. So slurry, which is a mix of half a cup of the beef juice and cornstarch. Teaspoon or 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. So a lot of cornstarch. I'm going to take this lid over here and let this thicken some. Give it a good stir. We of course want it to stir. And I'm just gonna, it says to stir it until it thickens, but I'm gonna cover it up. Fuck it, I ain't following all the directions like a good noodle. Fuck this. I want it to thicken up good, so we're putting a lid on it. I'm gonna put the lid on it for just a little bit longer. Let's do it for about 4 minutes. Give it a little stirry stir occasionally. It'll get it good and thick. We want thick gravy. What does it say to put in the steak? It says until the gravy thickens slightly, so I'm waiting until the gravy thickens to about what I want it to be. Oh my goodness, sinuses. Do you think I'm actually sick, or do you think like it's allergies because the season changed? I'm debating what it is. Okay, I'm thinking, yeah, it's gonna thicken up a little bit more as I cook it. So we are, in fact, going to start adding our patties. And I gotta cover and simmer the patties for 7 minutes. Flip, simmer. Okay, yeah, it's gonna thicken up good then. So let's start putting our little patties in. Oh, I think I see why they chose 5. I get it now. I get it. 5 patties fits. Okay, that makes sense. Show the pan. This is what we got going. The gravy's a little thin, but it's gonna be. And we're gonna cover it and then set our timer for a good 7 minutes. Our guesstimation timer, because it's not exact, because it's a cheap little timer that I bought just because it looked pretty. Probably shouldn't buy cooking tools depending on if they look pretty or not. But that's what I did. Okay, let's get these out of the way. Ooh. Give ourselves a little bit more of a clean cooking station. Put these over here. Oh, we're going to have a mess to clean. This kitchen is a wreck. Oh well, it's fine. Sometimes things end up messy. I mean, that's pretty much like how you used to bet on horses. How? What did I say that had anything to do with betting on horses? Now my brain ain't working. You might want to explain yourself better. I'm a bit confused. Okay, we're gonna grab this. Or the weather? I mentioned the weather and being sick. Uh-oh, that goes to show that sometimes I just talk and I don't know what the fuck's coming out of my mouth. By name as opposed to stats. Oh, how you buy kitchen utensils. Yeah, I do need a memory that lasts more than 15 seconds. But, I mean, when I used to to bet on horses though, and I did pretty good at winning. I'd bet on 2 by stats, and then I'd pick one because I liked its name. And I usually would get like all 3 in a row. I don't know how the fuck I did it when we used to do that. And so are we gonna have dust catch up like Kirsha? No, it's gonna go in the refrigerator. I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator after we're done with our meal and we get off stream. We're gonna clean this kitchen before we, after we eat, but, we're gonna put everything back. Ketchup ain't gonna go bad in that amount of time. I'm gonna get some plates. I will be right back for it'll be 5 seconds. Okay, got us some plates to plate us some food. And I've never met how much bitch. We means you and me. We are both cleaning this dang kitchen. We are both cleaning it. Ugh. Okay. Ooh, it's gonna be a bit. But we got our corn, our apple pie. We got these. So. Got just a little bit longer because we got to flip it and then put it back in. I'd start plating the corn and peas while, oh yeah, that is a good idea. Okay, let me grab a spoony spoon with some slots. And we're gonna grab us some peas. Say 1 spoonful of peas. Oh, dang, that's a really big spoonful of peas. Oh well. Some peas. And we did corn on the cob. The reason why corn on the cob is on the picture of the saddle up Salisbury steak. So it seemed more lore accurate, even though the apple pie isn't quite lore accurate, but we couldn't find apple cobbler, so we're just making fucking do. But where's my tongy tongs? Uh-oh, are my tongs gone? Okay, I'll just use a spoon, it's fine. It's gonna use tongs, because, you want to use tongs to grab corn, but whatever. So I got 2 pieces of, oh, ow, that fucking hurt. Cerberus, you cannot have the burnt corn. Burnt corn. I guess that one ain't gonna be eaten. It fell on the floor. See, it was not a good idea. It was your idea. It was not a good one. I knew I should have had the tongs. Ow. I don't know if anyone's ever had a boiling piece of corn fall on their foot. It don't feel too good. Spoon was my idea. The spoon was you said to use a slotted spoon for both the corn and the peas. So don't you be acting like you didn't tell me that, because that is exactly what you told me. My instinct, God. My instinct was to grab the dang thing that, what's that thing called? What was that about? You two better not be acting like, no, the corn's gone. There ain't no corn for puppies, and besides, y'all would have burnt your tongue on it. Okay, that knife don't look too good, so I'm gonna grab a butter knife for this, but our pie, I guess a little bit of pie. Grabbing us a little butter knife, and I'm gonna slice this off a little bit of pie. A little bit of apple pie. Little bit. Whee, there we go. Just a little bit of apple pie. Okay. And oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. That piece kind of fell apart, so we're gonna grab another. We'll do this piece. Oh no, that piece is falling falling apart too. I'm gonna get a big spoon. I'm just gonna scoop it. Big spoon. I'll take it from the other side. Here, I'm just gonna grab some with the spoon. There we go. There we go. And I guess we'll take this little broken piece and add some here. Sure, do we still have some broken bits of pie? Well, here, we just might have some, there we go. It looks a bit more like a frozen apple cobbler anyways. They never look perfect. Okay. So now that we have that, I think we're gonna flip our patties. Give them a little flippy flip. Ooh, the gravy's getting nice and thick. Put our little patties back in. Give them a little flippy flip. Gotta make sure both sides are cooked right. I'm gonna kind of get under the patties too a little. And where's the steak going? What do you mean? Where's it going? I didn't say it was going anywhere. On the plate, right there. Do I need to separate it? Well, yeah, I guess we probably don't want it to. Okay, we'll move the peas. There we go. There we go. It'll make a little barrier for our pie. There we go. Now you don't gotta worry about the pie and the stuff touching. Is that better? Got our savories away from our sweets. I don't know if I'd want meat and apple pie, to be honest. Well, the original. What? What? Oh. Here's what we got going. But, yeah, I don't think that, I don't think it'd be that weird because mincemeat pie used to have meat in it. So, it doesn't seem weird to me. I mean, it's a little weird, but it's not that weird. And, oh shit, I should probably have the timer on. Probably been a minute. Well, yeah, mincemeat pie would have meat in it. It doesn't anymore, usually. I don't know why, but they don't put meat in it anymore. I don't know what they put in it now. I ain't never had it. I've just heard about it. I like watching, oh God, what's the, I think it's the Victorian way where they show, because it used to be the inedible pieces of the meat, like intestines. Oh, okay. Well, nowadays it's fruit of some sort. Okay, we got our stuff cooking just a bit longer. Are you even... There we go. We got it on for 5 minutes. I mean, if it overcooks a little bit, I don't think it's a big deal. I think our corn in this could use just a little bit of salt. So we can put just a little bit of salt on it. Just a little bit. And just a little pepper. Just a little bit. I wish we had one of those little trays where everything's like separated, those little metal ones that I was looking at on Amazon. It'd be nice for making something like this. cool. I'll turn the oven off. Yeah, me too. That way I wouldn't have apple gravy. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. We have a little barrier of peas and corn to kind of break up the gravy. I made a little, I guess a moat wouldn't be the right term. Bridge. Dam! That's what it's called. Dam. Okay, dam. Oh my god. Can my sinuses stop? Top of my throat is so damn itchy. I wish I had that spray stuff that you spray in the back of your throat that like numbs it. What's that called? Chloroseptic. Cool. Okay. Yeah, we have some cool. Cause like I'm rubbing the back of my tongue in the back of like you know where your uvula is? I'm like taking the back of my tongue and like itching my uvula. That sounds fucking weird. Does anyone else do that, or am I just a weirdo? Well, certainly goes without saying you're a weirdo. You're a weirdo, meanie. Call me a weirdo. You're not allowed to call me a weirdo. You married me. Well, that wasn't the timer going off. It's still ticking. But, so then again, if it cooks a little longer than it's supposed to, I don't think it's a big deal. Okay, this just seems like a crime. They're like, then serve the patties with noodles or mashed potatoes topped with the gravy. But in the fucking picture, there ain't no noodles and ain't no mashed potatoes. So, that's not fucking lore accurate. And there ain't fucking meals out there with, I mean, sure, some of them have different sides, but like, there aren't like meals from the same brand that have different sides with the main. So again, I don't really eat refrigerator meals a lot. Oh god, it's been a long time since I've had a refrigerator or like a freezer meal. Are you the one telling me the lore changes all the time? Well, yeah, it does, but like, why does the lady who has the cookbook allowed to change the lore? See? Cookbook lady, she just wrote a cookbook. She didn't make up the lore. She wasn't the original person or one of the teams that worked on the game. Same reason, because Todd Almighty willed it. Well, I guess. Oh my god. I wonder if eating will make my like mouth feel better. Maybe it would, like, you know, help my throat, soothe it. Probably should have made soup. If I'm still feeling shitty next week, we're gonna make one of the soups. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, it's Todd World's world. We're just allowed to live in it. Ooh, it's looking nice and thick and gravy-y. Okay, I'm gonna wait until the timer actually like does the little buzz thing that it's supposed to do. And then we're gonna plate and try. I probably need a fork, so I'm gonna be right back with the fork. Got 2 forks. Oh, knives. Yeah, we probably do need knives and probably not our pie knife. So I'm gonna get us some knives. Knives. Oh my god. Itchy throat. Stop itching me, throat. It smells delicious. I can give it that. I think I would have added more salt, even though I haven't tasted it yet, but that did not look like enough salt that they told me to put in there. Because they were like, oh yeah, just put in fucking, how much? It was a teaspoon of salt for all this. That seems like really small. I would have put more salt in it. I always put way more salt than that. Maybe that's why I'm bloated all the time. Maybe I just over salt shit. I might be over salting food, for all I know. Okay. You say we've given enough time? Okay, let's go ahead and start plating. Ooh, bye-bye to the lid. Ooh, the gravy looks nice and thick. Okay, I'm gonna give you, I'm probably gonna need a spoon for the gravy. That one. I will take this one. And then let's grab some gravy to put on here. I need a spoon for that, so I will be right back. I'm gonna move this off the burner and put it back on the stove. Not on the burner it was on. Be right back with the spoon. Big old spoon. Let's grab some of that gravy. 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 And some more gravy and mushrooms. Try to make sure it won't drip everywhere when I bring it over. Gravy and mushrooms. Might do one more spoonful. There's a lot of gravy in this thing. There we go. And see, my little moat's working. My little pea moat. I think that needs just a little bit more. There we go. Okay. So we're going to try this Salisbury steak. Well, don't call it a pea. You know, I meant peas as in not that type of pea, no. God, no. Never that type of pea. Ooh, it's hot. Ooh. It's delicious, but very hot. Take some. Nah, it did come off the stove. I should have known better. Peas are good. Good thing I added just a little extra salt to them. That's good. Yeah, I think it has enough salt. I mean, it burnt my tongue. Which, you know, lovely. Everyone loves it when they burn their tongue, but taking a bite of the corn to get the full experience. Ooh, that is kind of soothing my throat a little bit. My voice is kind of going back to normal. Okay. Whew. That is still far too hot. I want to just shovel it in my mouth because it tastes good. Delicious. Delicious. I would rate it. I don't know what I'd rate it. I think the gravy should be a little bit thicker. I cooked it longer than it said to. I think I'd rate it 9 out of 10 nukes. It's pretty dang good. I think you'll love it, hon. I think you'll agree that you will wish the gravy was a little thicker. But it is delicious. Yes, a little bit of pie for the full frozen dinner thing. And and yep, I guess we are going to wrap it up. May or may not be back after this to do a gaming stream. Whew. My normal voice without the accents coming back. Okay. But, yeah, it soothed my throat a little bit. But we'll see how I feel after I'm done eating this, if I still feel like my throat is scratchy or not. But I guess we're going to call this done. Everyone have a great night. Hopefully I'll see y'all in a bit. But, yeah, definitely suggest making this. It's delicious. Good night, everybody.